A busy police station. Officers move around, paperwork, phones ringing. A black man in a plaid shirt stands calmly near the front desk. Officer Miller, white, red-faced, approaches aggressively. Miller, shouting, spit flying. You think you can walk in here, act tough, and get away with it? Not on my watch. People like you need to remember your place. Spit lands on the man's cheek. The room falls silent. Some officers smirk. Some look uneasy. The man wipes his face slowly, eyes locked on Miller. Are you done? Miller. Don't you get smart with me. Around here I make the rules. Not for long. The words hang heavy. A few officers chuckle. Miller grins with arrogance. He shoves the man back roughly, scattering papers. The man steadies himself, unflinching. Miller. What? No fight? No resistance? Thought so. Just another coward. The man stares at him, silent. His silence cuts deeper than words. Suddenly, the station doors open. A senior officer enters with a file. His voice commands attention. Senior officer, everyone assemble. We have an announcement. Officers shuffle into line. Miller smirks, whispering to the man beside him. Miller. Another pencil pusher. Let's see how long this one lasts. Senior officer. As of today, this station has a new chief. He's here now. Show him the respect his position demands. Miller straightens, cocky. The senior officer turns to the man Miller spat on, gesturing proudly. Meet Chief Johnson. Shock ripples through the room. Gasps. Miller's grin vanishes. Johnson steps forward slowly, wiping the last of the spit from his cheek. Chief Johnson. Respect is not given through fear. Respect is earned through leadership, justice, and integrity. Something many of you have clearly forgotten. His eyes lock on Miller. Miller stiffens, sweat forming at his temple. I walked in here today, and what did I find? An officer disgracing this badge, spitting on a man before knowing who he was, treating him like dirt. Is that the oath you swore? Is that the uniform you wear with pride? Miller swallows hard. The room shifts nervously. The laughter is gone. Chief Johnson addressing all. Every one of you has a choice. Continue down this road of arrogance, prejudice, and disgrace, or stand for what this badge is meant to represent, justice. He paces slowly, eyes scan the line of officers. Nobody moves. And as for you, Officer Miller, Miller freezes. The room holds its breath. You spat on your chief. You spat on the man entrusted to lead you. Worse, you spat on everything this badge should stand for. Miller's jaw tightens, but his face betrays fear. Officers exchange uneasy glances. Chief Johnson, this station is under new leadership. Things will change. The old games are over. If you wear this badge, you'll wear it with honor, or you won't wear it at all. He steps closer to Miller, voice low but cutting. Chief Johnson, and let me make one thing clear. You will never spit on another human being in my station again. Silence. Miller trembles. Officers lower their eyes. Power has shifted. Johnson stands tall, calm, resolute. The badge shines as a symbol of justice, not oppression. The room belongs to him now. The silence in the station is crushing. Johnson stands tall. Miller shifts uncomfortably, sweat dripping down his forehead. Other officers glance at each other, uneasy. Johnson surveys the room. This badge does not give you the right to abuse. It gives you the duty to serve. Anyone who cannot live by that will not wear it under me. He lets the words sink in. Miller clenches his jaw, trying to salvage pride. With all due respect, sir, you don't know how things work here. We've been doing this job long before you walked in. We keep this station together. No, you've been tearing it apart. Respect is not keeping the streets quiet by fear. It's keeping them safe with fairness. Miller scoffs, trying to regain his dominance. He turns to the others. Miller, you all hearing this? He's here to preach. He doesn't know the streets like we do. He doesn't know what it takes. A few officers nod subtly, others look away. Johnson steps forward, close to Miller. I know the streets better than you ever will. I've walked them without backup. I've faced hostility without hiding behind a badge. And I've earned respect without spitting in another man's face. Miller stiffens. Johnson holds his stare until Miller looks away. Johnson turns to the rest. Chief Johnson, this station will change. From today, accountability begins. Any abuse of power, whether it's a word, a fist, or a bullet, will be answered for. Murmurs ripple through the room. One officer, Roberts, steps forward, frowning. Roberts, and what if we don't like it? Chief Johnson, without hesitation, then leave the badge on my desk. The challenge shocks the room. Roberts hesitates, clenches his fists, but doesn't move. Johnson scans the line slowly, daring anyone to step forward. No one does. That's what I thought. He moves toward his new office. Miller whispers angrily to Roberts as Johnson passes. He won't last. We'll make sure of it. Johnson pauses. He's heard. He turns back slowly, his voice cutting like ice. You already tried, and you failed. Miller freezes, caught. Johnson enters his office. The door shuts. The room exhales, but the air is heavy with tension. Officers exchange uneasy looks. Later, Johnson's office. He sits behind the desk. Files are stacked high. His hands rest on them like a judge over verdicts. Miller storms in without knocking, face red with rage. Miller, you humiliated me out there. Chief Johnson, calmly without looking up. No, you humiliated yourself. I just revealed it. I won't take orders from you. Chief Johnson, finally looking at him, then hand in your badge. Miller's breathing grows heavy, his fists clench, but he doesn't move. Johnson rises slowly, towering without raising his voice. You think strength is in shouting, in spitting, in pushing men smaller than you. But real strength is in restraint. Something you've never had. Miller glares but says nothing. Johnson sits again, dismissing him with silence. Miller storms out, slamming the door. Outside, the other officers watch. Johnson opens the door, addressing them all. Chief Johnson, if you side with Miller, you side with corruption. If you side with me, you side with justice. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, justice will win here. He shuts the door again. The officers murmur nervously. Roberts approaches Miller. Roberts? He's serious. Then we'll push back harder. Evening. Johnson walks through the station. He sees subtle signs of resistance. Officers ignoring orders, paperwork left undone, calls unanswered. He stops at one desk, slamming a file down. This station will not collapse because some of you can't handle discipline. Every call will be answered, every report filed, every duty fulfilled. The room goes quiet. He looks around, daring defiance. Nobody meets his eyes. Chief Johnson, steady measured, if you think ignoring your responsibilities will break me, you underestimate how long I've fought to get here. The silence is heavy. Slowly, officers return to work. Johnson's presence fills the station like an unshakable weight. Later that night, Johnson leaves the station. Miller and Roberts stand outside, whispering angrily. Miller, to Roberts, we'll show him. We'll show everyone he's not fit to lead. Johnson passes them. He stops, looks directly at Miller. Chief Johnson, cold liberate, if you spend as much time serving as you do scheming, this city might actually feel safe. Miller tries to speak, but Johnson cuts him off, stepping close. You can play your games, you can whisper in corners, but know this, every move you make, I'll be watching, and the moment you cross the line again, your career ends. Miller's bravado falters. Johnson walks past, his footsteps heavy and unyielding. Roberts looks at Miller nervously. He's not bluffing. Miller glares at Johnson's back, but says nothing. His silence is defeat. Johnson addresses the entire station in the briefing room. Officers line up, tense, expectant. Johnson stands tall at the front, eyes scanning every face. Chief Johnson, this is a new chapter. No more shortcuts, no more bullying, no more corruption. From today, every officer here will be held to the same standard. One law, one code, one justice. He lets the silence settle, then continues. Some of you may not like me. Some of you may even hate me, but you will respect the badge you wear, and if you can't, walk out now. No one moves. The room holds its breath. Johnson nods slowly, satisfied. Chief Johnson, then let's get to work. The officers, shaken but compelled, begin to disperse. Miller stays behind, glaring, but his silence is no longer power. It is surrender. Johnson stands at the front, immovable, victorious. The station has changed. A new era has begun.